So hi. Today the main topic is the what is SPA and CSR. And if you're a front engineer, you might be give a question for yourself. What is SPA? What is CSR? A lot of people think SPA and CSR are the same thing, but actually this is not. Um, so first of all, what is CSR? CSR, sorry. CSR means the cluster rendering, and we normally make the CSR using React. Um, so why do we need CSR, and what's the and what's the thing of it? The CSR means CSR is basically think you can think of CSR as like this. Um, Let JavaScript do everything. Um, Let me just give like an example that makes you better understanding. If you install like a React library, and you whether you might enter npm install React latest, you will see like index.html in your file in your folder, and there's a bunch of main tsx and whatever stuff, but there's only one part, index.html, and this index.html, instead of it only div there's only div id ab inside your body element. So there's no other HTML inside that, but there's only div id ab on your body HTML. So, what's the big issue of it? Why do we need some just like div id app? And why does CSR, why does React has only a div id app? Not why there's only one div id app HTML element rather than the others? So that's because like it's kind of characteristic of the those kind of cluster rendering. So I just said the cluster rendering is just basically means that JavaScript do everything. So div id also stands for let JavaScript to append elements by selecting this id app. So based on the app, there's a lot of bunch of elements that's gonna be created by JavaScript, but there's gonna be inside of the div id app element. So that's kind of really and that's the characteristic of it. Div id app. So as CSR. So CSR is basically those kind of thing, but CSR doesn't mean the SPA. SPA is a single page application, and rather than go to some kind of HTML, rather than go to some kind of the path in your how to say it. So SPA means like it just seems like you are navigating some other page inside your app really fast, like a mobile app. It's like there's no loading spinners of it. If you click it, it's really instant. It's really fast. It's just like application of it. But the problem is that as SPA also means that you have to install some kind of router integration library. Let me just also give you an example of it. If you look at the loading thing in your application, and if you're trying to deploy it, you may use the Nginx. Inside the location, there's gonna be some kind of other HTML, and inside the error page, there's gonna be HTML of it. But if it's like traditional web, not CSR and SPA, there's gonna be more HTML of it based on the location. However, the CSR SPA, the SPA means that there's no other HTML. Let's just one HTML handle the other thing rather than the others, but other thing like error page and those navigation is handled by the router JavaScript router. Since JavaScript can do everything, JavaScript is can make your website make your web application can also handle loading part. Example, you can use JavaScript to go to another path in your web application using the history web API, and you can just also listen the URL change via the hash change web event listeners. So based on that, the JavaScript can do whatever stuff based on that. So that's kind of really characteristic of like SPA CSR. But you have to think about it. This seems like really nice, but you have to think about it another way, because SPA CSR it just basically means that you let JavaScript to do everything, and that's highly dependent on the user client side, and you have to think about the what's the bad effect of it. Example, if there's a lot of JavaScript chunks and when the first load, user only sees white page rather than other some kind of dummy HTML dry elements. So that's kind of really bad effect of the SPA and CSR. So based on that, there's such a thing as Next.js, the page router, SSG, and whatever stuff. So I think this is it. Have a nice session next time. Bye bye.